All right, we are live. Oh my gosh, it's been such a long time since I've done this. Hi guys. All right, I'm just going to set this up so I can see the chat on the wonderful video. There we go, and got all right there. Hi everybody. Oh, it's so good to be live again. All right, welcome. I have to be kind of quiet because it is very late in the morning. It is actually 2 a.m. in Australia, but what the heck. I just want to introduce my wonderful world on my server that is all to do with the novel that I'm writing. And as you can see, I'm in Sydney. Yep, Sydney. There's the Opera House and there's the bridge. But this is a little bit different than any other Sydney you've seen ever built in Minecraft, or indeed in the world, because this one is set in 2050 and it's actually a modified build of a beautiful futuristic city by Zeemo. Now Zeemo has built this city and he allows people to just put it on the server, but because I want to modify it and I wanted to use it as a basis for my novel that I'm writing, I actually paid him some money for intellectual rights. So I think that because he's done such a beautiful job with all the ideas and everything, he deserved some credit for that, more than just bragging rights, but financial incentive too. So I've bought the rights to modify it and to describe some of the buildings in my novel, because it is truly beautiful. So I want to take you around a little bit. These buildings here and here I've actually got from Planet Minecraft. I love it. Hey Pokey! Pokey, I've missed you. Hi! Oh my gosh, I love you, Pokey. And there's Frosty Beast. She's actually sitting right beside me. Hey, Bubby. Hello, mother. Alright, so I'm going to show you this world. Now, because I am streaming, it is very slow to load, but I will take you to some of the warps, which I think is the quickest way of getting there. The first warp I want is the, let's see, where do I want to go? To the IIC. Alright, so this is just down the road. This is a building that is called the Isaacs Innovation Center. And the people who are in Mindfair would definitely know why it's called the Isaacs. There we go. This is a beautiful building where part of my story is actually written. You see, what's happened is, this is now 2050. And this world is Sydney. And what's happened is that the world has become a beautifully peaceful place. They decided to get rid of any leaders that are basically stupid, and since 2027, and then they decided to have the World Peace Act of 2027, and now they believe in education in terms of how would you put it, peace and the and looking after the environment. And what they've done is they've pulled in hundreds and hundreds of young people around 16 years old around the world and set up these beautiful innovation centers. So this is the innovation center in Sydney. Now this is only one of the beautiful buildings. This is the headquarters. And we're building a lot more here. You can see there's quite a few builds around here. Let's see, I've sort of got to disorientate myself here. Oh, there's so much here. I love this little house here that's sort of just been left behind from the days of old. I think this is the right direction. So what you can do is you can catch a hovercraft here, and these buildings here are actually the faculties of the beautiful innovation center, which is very cool. Ah, Pokey, I'm doing really well. I had a lot of fun with, yeah, enjoying myself with Minecraft education. Been traveling the world a little bit in the last 2 years. I want to do a lot more of that though. Really enjoy doing that. Oh, here we go. I think we're here. Yes, this is the convention center. So this is the convention center, which doesn't look much until it loads. This is where we start the story, where we first land in Sydney. And we end up at this beautiful convention center where all the new students arrive. And my character, my favorite character, is called Michael. Let me just load this up. I'm sorry about how slow it takes. There we go. So there's the convention center, and it's just a meeting place really for the newcomers, for the signing in. So I'm just going to show you where people sign in when they first arrive at the Giant Innovation Center. I suppose you could call it a university as such. So what happens is the newcomers come along here and they sign in here. So they get in line and they get to meet a wonderful robot here called Droid Bonbon. And she will then sign you through, take your luggage, and then you get to go through here to the Innovation Hall, or the Great Hall. And this is where you're going to find a whole lot of exciting things, where there's going to be great big TV screens showing what's happening around the world and some of the innovation and inventions that have been made by past students here. Once you go through here, you get to go to the theatre that's built below, which is for the opening ceremony. Okay, Pokey. Don't worry, it's a YouTube video, so you could come and watch it later. So this is the opening ceremony theatre, and a whole lot of things will happen here. So what will happen here is we're going to have on the stage a panel, which I haven't started building yet, and also there's going to be there's also going to be some seats along there for some mysterious people called the advanced. So that's going to happen down here. So the welcoming ceremony happens here, and then we go upstairs. There's also going to be another build that I'm going to be putting in here, but I haven't done that yet. And what will happen is these guys will leave this convention center and then go and check out the really cool places around where most of the action happens. This will become far more important later on when we're sort of about halfway through the book. But this is where we get to meet all of the characters. The good, the bullies, you know, that sort of thing. The teachers, and of course the droids. The droids are very important to my story. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fly back this way a little bit. Where is it? It's been so long. Oh yeah, here's a beautiful headquarters here. Love that. Beautiful headquarters there. And that's where the... Whoops. You can see it's taking a long time because we are streaming here. This is where the faculties are, along here. And there's a beautiful Oasis eatery, which is really, really popular. I think it's just in this section down here. And very close by, we've got the virtual training center, where you'll be able to go into immersive virtual reality. And that's coming up here somewhere. I hope I haven't passed it. I think this is it here. No, that's a stadium. Ah, I've lost myself. So easy to lose myself in this place, especially when it doesn't draw properly. let's have a look at the warps. Warps. Training. Let's try that one. Warp training. Okay. Yeah, that looks more like it. Okay, I'm just going to turn it to daytime. Time set day. Voila. Okay, so this is going to be the virtual reality training center, and I believe that building just to the side over here is the accommodation for the students. Voila. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And down there is the eatery. Yes. Right. So I'm right now. So this beautiful build here this beautiful building here is going to be where you can walk in and you'll find this beautiful place with a whole lot of buildings. Right now it's nothing like what's going to be. And this is where you're going to find the virtual reality training pods. And guess what kind of game you're going to be playing in the virtual reality training pods? Yes, Minecraft. Minecraft version 2050. And that's where a lot of the magic happens in this particular realm. So a lot of the book will be set in the virtual reality of Minecraft itself. So that's really quite exciting about how that's going to play out. So I've got this whole world that I've got to play with in the books for 1, 2, 3, and 4. Books 1 and 2 are pretty much written. Just got to go through the editing stage. 3 and 4 I've mapped out the basics of the plot, so I know what the big secrets are that I'm going to reveal, that sort of thing. But I haven't gone any further with that yet. That's going to take a year or two before those ones come out. So my plan is that you'll be able to come to this world and play out any part of the book, or even make your own story using the characters. I've got some really, really interesting characters. The first one, oh, by the way, every character has a Minecraft name as well. So they got their normal name and a Minecraft name, just like you guys do. So, in the Minecraft world, I've got Zolt. Zolt is the main character. His real name is Michael Summers. Hey, well, back on the bridge. And he's a special character. There's some wonderful things about him that you'll learn along the way. Yay! You want to make the story about turning wolves and unicorns? Why not? We could add wolves and unicorns, because anything can happen in Minecraft. Yeah. And his makes a new friend called Gunfire. That's Sam Brooks. And Sam also meets up with a new person called Jennifer. And Jennifer is also known as Scenaria. And these three friends come along to the university and they have a really, really good time together. Of course, they have to meet a bully, a really nasty person, and that is a guy called Thork. So Thork becomes an absolute pain to them, and he is, of course, protected by his really rich dad, so, you know, there's not much that they can do about his bad behaviour. But he's not really their biggest problem. You see, in this world is a hidden society, and those hidden society people really, really have a nasty agenda that was much bigger than anything to do with these guys. But it really will affect their world, their life. So I'm having a lot of fun playing around with the idea of what we can do with these guys. So I want to go now and find a map that I put on here that I want to get something of it and put it into this world. Now I'm going to see if I can, let's see what maps I've got here in VList. See if I've already imported it or not. Special guest, no, that's not the one I want. Okay, so I want MV import. I hope I've put it on already. And it's called Last Outpost. Okay, and I'll just make it Last Outpost normal. Let's see if it finds it. It does not exist. And it doesn't look like I've put it on. But that's a pain. I thought I had. No. But there was a beautiful build on there that I really wanted to get, that I put on. And it would allow me to set up the evil bad the bad place, basically. It's got a skeleton in it, and it's really cool build. So I will have to grab that later on and play with that. But I hope you really enjoyed this this build that I'm flying around in, and think about all the cool things that I can do in terms of the story. What will happen at some point, here's a little spoiler, is that Michael is going to go into a portal, and he's going to go to a world that looks like Sydney but is not Sydney in Minecraft, and that's going to be a really interesting place to be. Also, we've had a bit of a crash here. That's not a good thing. Looks like they've buried everybody here. Oh no! That is so cool. So yeah, that means that I'll probably get another copy of this world and totally change it up and break it down and yeah, make it look really evil. So Michael can sort of find you know, evil things on that version of the world. To be really cool. It's going to take a lot of time though. This is huge. I mean, look at this place. It's amazing. Honestly, guys, if you ever come across a beautiful build like this and the owner says, hey, you know, yeah, you can use it. If you're going to use it for something special, offer them some finance, because they really deserve it. It's really incredible. I absolutely love it. Oh yeah, what I did when I wanted to get my character to visit Sydney for the first time, it's the first time he's ever seen it, I actually got here, made a video where I flew from the start of the Sydney Opera House area, and I flew right through the bridge and then around the Sydney Opera House area and then went to the training center. Let's see if I could redo it. Okay, let's see. So yeah, let's do it. Okay. So this is how you first enter Sydney in my book. You come across the beautiful lush greenery, because let's face it, it's 2050 and they've been looking after the environment for a couple of years now, so things have got a lot better. So there's beautiful lush greenery, and you start by flying your drone, your great big drone with about 100, 200 people on it, through the old bridge. There's no cars, because cars don't exist anymore. There's only drones that don't emit any pollution. Don't ask me how, but that was how it's going to happen. And so you fly through the beautiful bridge, and then you dip down here, and you fly right next to the Opera House, which has still been looked after, and has been used for entertainment to this day. And then you fly through the buildings, and you take a guide through the old highway here. They use that as a guide. And fly through here. And I think at some point I break off here and fly to the training center. Gosh, I hope I got it right. I think this is a training center. I can't remember. It's quite beautiful though. Oh yeah, I think it is. It'd be helpful if it actually loaded up on time and I could actually see what I'm doing. There it is, a training center. And then